Hey, what is up, my dudes? It is me, Maury Sky. Sky of the Mauries, Maury of the Skies. Back at it again with another video. And it is not actually that late at night. It is like 9 p.m. shockingly. But I wanted to record this video because I saw someone today that I genuinely never thought I'd see again. Like, you know when you see your ops out in public and you're like, So that happened to me today, which was terrifying. And I felt a lot of emotions because what's important to know about me is that I don't really make a lot of enemies. Is that a weird thing to say? I'm a very friendly person. I love making friends, and I have so many acquaintances, and I love connecting with people. So it's very rare for me to not get along with someone. I mean, very rare. And it's even rarer for me to ever actually cut anyone out of my life. I genuinely think it's happened 3 times ever. And I saw one of those people today. And it was scary. And it was sad. It was sad. Because this is a good friend of mine. So I'll give some context, because why the fuck not? I had a year and a half ago, I was struggling, and I messaged a friend and said, "Hey, can I, like, I'm coming to your town." They lived in another city. I'm coming to your town. Can I come say hi? Kind of with the intention of, can I come and sleep over? But not saying that, but like, can I come and hang out? Because I'd done that before and it had been fine. And they said that right now is not the best time, but maybe. And I went, okay. And then I messaged again, and there was no follow-up. And I was gonna be in the city anyway. So I went, and because of that maybe, I did drop by. And I messaged their flatmate as well, who's also a good friend. And I said, like, hey, can I, like, basically, like, hey, are you around? I'd like to see you. They said it was fine. I knew that there was something going on, but I didn't know what. And I thought, I'll just drop by. And what I really wanted to do was hang out. But I was like, okay, I'll drop by. And if something's going on, I'll get out. Like, I don't know what's going on. And I dropped by, and it wasn't a good time. But they let me stay. I didn't stay overnight, but I stayed till kind of late. And I should have left. But I didn't know what was going on. And I left that evening, and I went home, and he just stopped talking to me. And I did apologize. I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I stayed that long because he said it was fine, and I shouldn't have dropped by in the first place. But I thought it was, I didn't think it was that serious. I didn't know what was going on. I still don't know. And he just never spoke to me again. Not for lack of trying. I texted him so many times. Just to try and reach out and say, like, hey, what's going on? Are you okay? And this is one of my older friends that to me was like an older brother, and was there for me when I was having a really rough time, like during my first relationship. The breakup was bad. That's a story for another day. Like, I could give relationship stories. But he's like when our friend group split and I got all the friends. And he was one of those friends that, like, had seen me at not my worst, but at pretty much it. and he just kind of cut me off. And I still don't know why. It's been a year and a half since we spoke. I actually did not think I'd ever fucking see him again. And I'm mad. I'm mad and I'm upset. And I saw him at dinner. I was out to dinner, and he and his family sat at the table right next to me. Right next to me. And I know he must have seen me. Because I fucking saw him. And I didn't say anything. And I can't describe to you the actual terror that went through me of like, holy shit, he is here right now. And then, weirdly, peace and calm. Because he looked good. And he was good. And I have done everything I could for that friendship. Ball's in his fucking court. I ended up unfollowing him on Instagram. I've never blocked it. I don't think I've blocked anyone on Instagram. I unfollowed him because I was like, I can't. He still has my number, so if he wants to text me, he can. But I did everything I could. And it feels really weird for me to ever take the stance of saying I'm okay with that. Leaving it at that, because I am very used to being left just by other people. I think my longest continuous friendship, to me, friendships are kind of like long-lasting friendships are really mind-blowing. I can't imagine them. Due to circumstances, moving around a lot, living in very international kind of friend groups means that I've just never had very stable friendships. The longest for me a friend group has ever lasted was 3 years. That was amazing. The friend that I've known for the longest was, I think it's 8 years now, which is insane. However, I see him once a year. I talk to him and see him once a year. So my longest at the moment continuous friendship is probably 2 years, which is actually pretty good. That's better than it used to be. It used to be I'd be on 1 year cycles because every time I'd make friends, they'd move. Yeah. Or I'd move. Or something would happen. But I'm used to the concept of starting over. I make friends easily because I have to. Because they don't stay. And it always makes me think, is there something about me? What's so intrinsically wrong with me that nobody wants to stay and be my friend? And it scares me. Because if I knew what it was, I'd fix it. I'd change it. But I don't. It just feels like there's some kind of like a little sign behind me that I can't see. Like it's just floating behind me. And it's very lonely because it makes you feel like there's something wrong with you. I'm very much, I'm someone who grew up quite international, so I'm used to moving and having friends all over the place. And if you are also like international, if you know what TCK means, then I see you. I love you. I see you, because it's not fun always. It just means that you grew up, TCK means third culture kid, so you just grew up in another culture. But it typically is like you've grown up in a culture outside of yours or your parents. And I went to like international schools growing up, and I lived in multiple countries, and I just never really had a very stable foundation. And God, I've always been jealous of people who have that stability. Like, I used to imagine all the time of what would it be like if I had, like, a best friend from kindergarten, or if I stayed at the same school my whole life, or even the same place. Like, sure, I know it comes with downsides. You know, whole grass is greener on the other side, but God, the grass on this side gets really lonely. And yeah, I'm so fortunate for the life I've gotten. For all the people I've gotten to know, for all the friendships I have made. I just wish they would stay. That's not too much to ask, right? Yeah. Well, I guess it helps me appreciate the ones that I have now. People aren't made to last in your life. So, you know, you kind of gotta appreciate them whilst they're here. Which means that letting someone go, like letting my friend go, that's a very hard experience. It's not new. I'm used to letting people go. But usually because of, more often than not, forces I can't control. Like, for the longest time, this friendship with him, or at least for the last year and a half, it's been, I've let him go because because he doesn't want to be my friend anymore, because he won't reach out, because he won't communicate, because he won't respond, because he's ghosting me. But I'm reaching the point where I'm letting him go because I want to let him go. Because I appreciate the time he was in my life, but I just can't keep hurting over him. I can't keep thinking about him. I miss him desperately. I wish he would text. When we were walking out, I just kept thinking, I wish you would just text me and say, hey, I saw you. Do you want to meet? Do you want to talk? I just want to talk. I want to understand why you just cut me out of your life when I needed you. When I needed you so bad. And why you would just do that to me. But I can't tell him that. And I won't. Because I kind of have to have a little bit of fucking self-respect. That if you do that to me, kind of gotta have a spine. And loving myself means respecting myself. And respecting that I'm not gonna keep chasing someone who doesn't want to be around me. I'm not. I can't. I don't have that much energy. I've got to put it somewhere else. Yeah. Yeah, those are my emotions for today. It's crazy. I really didn't think I'd ever fucking see him again. God, blast from the fucking past. But throughout, it's not over or under, it's just throughout all of the anger and sadness and fear at seeing him again, I was just glad to see he was okay. Isn't that awful? I can't just be bitter. I gotta be a worse person sometimes, God. I don't know. Maybe I will be. I need to be a little more evil. That'd be fun. No, I'm just weirdly at peace with it. And I'm happy for that. I'm happy to be at that stage. Yeah. Well, thanks for listening to my rant of the evening. And also, I've had some lovely comments on my last video, so thank you for that. Anytime anyone leaves a comment. It really does make my day. And it makes me smile. Thank you for being here. Well, have a lovely day, evening, morning, noon, or night. This has been Maury Sky, signing out. Bye.